This is the Heidelberger Allstate Insurance Agency pregame show. And, Coach, we're sitting here inside the cafeteria of Center Grove High School where the team just finished their team breakfast. As later today, we're going to head up to the Butler Bowl, a new exciting adventure for us. But we're taking on the Cathedral Irish, which has vastly become the biggest game to end the regular season in the state of Indiana. It's become quite the tradition to see both schools take the field and battle each other. Your thoughts on Cathedral before we talk about last week?
Well, yeah, obviously the Cathedral game is always a big game on the calendar for the community and the school and the players. It's the battle of the independents now. We're all playing half schedule, so that's been a little bit of fun. But it's just it's the next game for us. It's the game that we need to get better playing in. It's another game to, show some improvement and show what we need to work on. This time of the year, there's a lot of little injuries that we have that are going to maybe affect tonight's game, so we got to work through that. It's the time for next man up. It's going to be a big thought process for today. A lot of different people may be getting an opportunity to prove themselves in the football game tonight, and it's a great test for us for the season, and then to roll that into the playoffs and the sectionals next 2 weeks.
Last week we finished, I'll say, our public school Indiana run with Lawrence North. It was an interesting game, an exciting game that went back and forth there for a while. Been a while since the team's been facing a little bit of adversity, a little less than 9 minutes left to go in the game. We were down 4 points, and then it was like an explosion. Give us your feedback on what took place in those last 9 minutes.
Well, like I said earlier, the two things you count on with Lawrence North, they're going to be fast and they're going to be physical. What's happened in the previous years is they've beat themselves and they take themselves out of the game early. This particular Lawrence North team at 5-2 last week had found a way to win. And to win, you got to stay in the game. And they found a way to stay in the games. And the secret is don't beat yourself. So, you go through half of that game, and they hadn't made a mistake. And actually, they compounded on any mistake that we made, and we'd made 3 or 4 mistakes. So, you got to give all the credit to Coach Mallory and those kids for coming over here in an environment that they're not used to playing in, and they had fun with it. And they played the game of their life that first half. They made some spectacular plays. And then we start the second half, and we're not exceptionally good on offense again. And we go 2 3-and-outs, but our defense had settled in by that point. And our defense got a couple 3-and-outs. And I looked at the clock and I said, told the offense, it's 8 minutes and 43 seconds. You need to relax because we're going to get the ball at least 3 more times. And kids turned it on. We made a big play on special teams. We knocked the ball out. A kid fumbled the ball, and we knocked it away from him. And, recover a fumble, and boom, we're in the end zone in 2 plays. Boom, 3-and-out. Boom, we're in the end zone in 3 more plays. So we're like sharp. And, in tonight's matchup at Cathedral, they're the same way. When they struggle, they struggle. But when they get a little bit of momentum, they're like sharks. They see blood, and they go. And we're like sharks. When we see blood, we strike. So that was a great game last week. It's a great finish to build into the rest of the season. For our final week, yeah.
Many will say tonight's the battle of the 2 top quarterbacks in the state of Indiana. Of course, we have Tyler Cherry, and they have Danny O'Neill, who's a Colorado commit. Danny has 2 really tall receivers he can throw to and some quickness with some of the other guys. He also likes to run. So in a roundabout way, seeing what Lawrence North did last week, that might have prepared us a little bit, I guess, eh? Yeah,
I think the Lawrence North quarterback's a notch quicker on running and stuff like that. And the kid throws the ball. Last week's quarterback threw the ball a mile. But Danny O'Neill is Brett Favre. He can make plays when they're not there. He can jump up in the air and do stuff. But as you saw in the semi-state, you get to him and get him on the ground, things happen. And that's what you got to do. It's any passing team, you got to get your quarterback off his feet. And then that happens that, you cut the head off the monster and it rolls. So we got to control that. Yeah, we got to control that big play ability. The big thing is like 3rd and 15 is when they're their best, and that's when we're like, oh my goodness. And it's, but that's okay. We got to keep fighting. Our defense bend, don't break, and get off the field. But our offense has got to go out there and move the chains and get first downs. First downs will be important tonight.
All I know is it's the most exciting game to end the regular season. We need a big crowd. Please get there. If not, tune in to Kevin, Rick, and the boys. Bottom line is, Coach, we've had an exceptional season thus far. It won't be long. We'll be talking about the drive for 5. Good luck tonight. It's the end of fall break. Let's finish strong and go in with a lot of momentum.
Yeah, we decided we'd break out our Center Grove swag this week, but the coaches, a little bit of a different look. So taking the different look into this week. I hope the kids enjoyed it. And, I hope everybody can get a chance to get up to the Butler Bowl tonight. It'll look like an elementary school football game because both teams will be dressing on the sidelines because there's no locker rooms. But other than that, it should be a good football game. We hope that we can stay in there and continue the Trojan pride at the Butler Bowl. Go Trojans, beat the Irish.